Hey guys, I was just crawling out from underneath my rear end of my truck, and last night about a third of the way down Daniels Canyon, my transmission fault alarm came on, and within seconds there's this huge grinding noise. Something shattered somewhere. I inspected the full length of my drive line just now, and there's nothing obvious that's broken. So it must be all internal, whatever happened. I hope it's not in the transmission, maybe the rear end or something along the line. But it's broke. I had no Jake brake coming down the canyon. Was dependent wholly on my foot brake. And of course I had no transmission, so I was just coasting all the way down, and I made it over in front of the Silver Eagle by the hospital in Heber City. Fortunately, it was all gravity, and I made the light, and the port of entry was closed. But it made me think of the Stoic principle of Amor Fati, Fati, something like that. It's love your fate. And that includes eventually your death, I guess. There's something good about all of it, and if it's not good, it's at least necessary. So, things could have gone bad, and yeah, I could have literally lost my life, but it didn't, so no big deal. I had control of the vehicle all the way down, and I didn't realize I was smoking my brakes because I wasn't using my Jake like I normally do. So yeah, the brakes got a little bit hot, but not so bad that it put me in danger. Anyhow, I made it alive and safe and sound. But, yeah, love your fate. Your obstacle's the way through to the other side of your problems. Which brings me to something that I usually add in my journaling process, and I want to talk a little bit about what they call the Stoic art of journaling. So, I got a really good message this morning from Daily Stoic. It's a website that I signed up to, and I get messages every day from them. And it actually happened to be talking about journaling, and it says that Epictetus, the slave, Marcus Aurelius, the emperor, Seneca, the power broker and playwright, these three radically different men led radically different lives, but they seem to have one habit in common: journaling. In one form or another, each of them did it. It would be Epictetus who would admonish his students that philosophy was something they should write down day by day, that this writing was how they should exercise themselves. Seneca's favorite time to journal was in the evenings, when darkness had fallen and his wife had gone to sleep. He explained to a friend, "I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done," and said, "hiding nothing from myself, passing nothing by." Then he would go to bed, finding that the sleep which follows this self-examination was particularly sweet. And Marcus, he was the most prodigious of journalers, and we're lucky enough that his writings survived to us appropriately titled something in Greek, or in English, to himself. They were not the only ones to practice the habit of writing. Foucault observed of this era of history, all of the great minds practiced it. In this period, there was a culture of what could be called personal writing, taking notes on the reading, conversations, and reflections that one hears or engages in oneself, keeping kinds of notebooks on important subjects, what the Greeks called hupomenamata, if I said that right, I don't know, which must be reread from time to time so as to reactualize their contents. And of course, many people, Stoic or otherwise, have fallen in love with and dedicated themselves to morning or evening journaling in the centuries since. And for good reason. It works. It clarifies the mind, provides room for quiet, private reflection, and gives one a record of their thoughts over time. But in Stoicism, the art of journaling is more than that, more than some simple diary. This daily practice is the philosophy. Preparing for the day ahead, reflecting on the day that has passed, reminding oneself of the wisdom we have learned from our teachers, from our reading, from our own experiences. It's not enough to simply hear these lessons once. Instead, one practices them over and over again, turns them over in their mind, and most importantly, writes them down and feels them flowing through their fingers in doing so. In this way, journaling is Stoicism. It's almost impossible to have one without the other. So if you're not doing it, please start. Whatever form you find is most conducive for you is the one to do it in. Some like to write or jot notes down on paper. Some like to pull up an empty document on their computer and record thoughts. But it is the process that counts, and its value compounds over time. One cannot expect wisdom and self-mastery to simply arrive via epiphany. No, these states are acquired, little by little, practice by practice. The sooner you start, the better. We recently created the Daily Stoic Journal for this very reason. We hope you give it a try and hope you appreciate the design, blah, blah, blah. They're promoting something. The steps of journaling, as they give it, is number 1, prepare for the day ahead. Each morning you should prepare, plan, and meditate on how you aim to act that day. You should be envisioning everything that may come and steeling yourself so you're ready to conquer it. As Seneca wrote, the wise will start each day with the thought, fortune gives us nothing which we can really own. Or think of Marcus's reminder. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. 2, put the day up for review. Stoicism isn't just about thinking, it's about action. And the best way to improve is to review. Each evening you should, like Seneca did, examine your day and your actions. As he put it, when the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, aware of this habit that's now mine, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said, hiding nothing from myself, passing nothing by. The question should be, did I follow my plans for the day? Was I prepared enough? What could I do better? What have I learned that will help me tomorrow? I love it. That's a great message. And I just want to share with you my most recent entry, which is kind of how I journal, and it's just a starting point, really. I've got, there's a lot more I can do to improve it and actually share parts of my day with, but this is what I do to plan my day. And I've only got 5 things on here for today, so it's not a huge, impossible list to accomplish. And I did them as kind of as a mission statement, but with 3 daily habits attached to each one of those, so that it is your daily habits, what you do day in and day out, that helps you to make your vision statement, your daily goals a reality. Because if you're not attaching your goals to habits, they're empty and hollow. So I put number 1, I calm my mind and organize my mind and my day with daily meditation. Daily habit 1, rise daily at 5 a.m. Daily habit 2, choose my meditation. Daily habit 3, do it. It's pretty simple. It's not rocket science. And you may have a little bit more substance to yours or a little bit less, and it's okay. The important thing is that you're doing it. Number 2, I write my daily goals and habits to stay focused, disciplined, and organized. Daily habit 1, rise early daily, 5 a.m. Daily habit 2, meditate over my goal ideas. Daily habit 3, write and live goals. Live intentionally. If you don't have a plan, you're living life on accident, which is no way to live at all. Number 3, I'm a successful YouTuber with a daily video. Daily habit 1, decide the theme. Daily habit 2, organize. Daily habit 3, make it happen. And then number 4, I'm a disciplined, organized, productive Stoic, setting daily goals and achieving them. To each goal, I attach 3 daily habits. Daily habit 1, review Stoic principles. Daily habit 2, review a Stoic video. Daily habit 3, talk about Stoicism with another person. And number 5, I do hard things on purpose. So when they come to me unplanned, like what happened last night, I'm already mentally prepared to respond in a healthy, logical way rather than being reactionary. daily habit 1 is negative visualizations. So this is a Stoic principle and practice in which you think about what's going to be happening in your day, what's the most likely things that are going to be happening in your day, and what could be the possible outcome if the very worst thing happens in the day in each scenario. So if that actual thing, the worst thing, actually does happen to you, you're already mentally prepared. You're not going to be reactive. You're not going to be freaking crazy in the head about it. You're going to be, oh, yeah, I thought about this morning. I know what to do. And I know how to respond to this person when they're being this way. Or I know how to respond when, somebody cuts me off in traffic. I'm calm. I'm cool. I'm in control, not them. And so you're not going to let it get the best of you. You're not going to be reactionary. You're not going to have road rage. As a trucker, that's something I know a little bit about. I've had somebody ride my front bumper because of it. It's not cool. Anyhow, so negative visualization. That's something I try to do every day so that I'm prepared for the worst possible thing that could happen in the day. And if it doesn't happen, man, I've got a blessed day. Daily habit 2 is do something challenging today. So it could be anything. It could be like I challenge myself to walk around the block. I challenge myself to park as far away as I can from the entry of the store or the truck stop that I'm going to. Just to do hard things on purpose. When I used to work down in St. George, I would go hiking in 115 degree weather just to mentally train myself that I can do hard things on purpose so that when something unplanned happens to me, I'm already prepared to do something hard. So it's not a big deal. Anyhow, I'll go back over that one again because I kind of interrupted myself. Daily habit 3, or daily habit 2, do something challenging today. Okay, I already did that. Daily habit 3, realize people of a bad nature, negative, selfish, greedy, etc., will act according to their nature. So don't be surprised when it happens to you, and don't be reactionary. It goes back to the same thing. People are going to be the way that they are, and don't be surprised when it happens to you from somebody else. You've already played out the worst thing that could happen to you in your day, so you're prepared not to be reactive, but just respond appropriately and in a healthy manner, and in some cases, let it go and don't even respond at all. Just go on your merry way. Anyhow, that's what I've got for the day. Journaling's a great thing. Remember that we all die, and plan your life to live it on intentionally and be the best version of you that you can be. Love you guys. Take care. Bye, yo.